Hello everybody, welcome back to Drop Duchy. Nightmare difficult is a nightmare, but let's go back to our trials. So we've done everything once apart from fearless and traitors. So let's do a lap back up to the top, and disruption, placing an enemy next to one of your buildings will deactivate it for the rest of the round. You keep the resources and units prior. We can do that. Let's go for the order this time. So, no touchy. We can probably manage that. We want the big single contiguous zone. And what do we want? Religion? Yeah, let's get some religion in us. Alright. So, a very big plains crack is what we're after. Hold that. Church is just a building. This is unideal, but manageable. Alright, I'm going to commit to this now, I think. Then, are you going to go here? There's lots of very pointy stuff to deal with right now. So we need to keep the smallest zone, this plains area around them. So we can do this. Garrison 10 gain 25 for each adjacent type. I don't think we're going to see more of those. If I do that, yes, it doesn't touch this, but then I can't build out and away, which is a damn shame. So it's just going to be that. And that. And that. And one of those. So not the greatest number of line clears in the world, but a very good crack. When placing a religious building adjacent to a military building, it loses 20% of its units. Now, that's very bad for this particular current challenge, I think. So, let's take a training camp, because we already have 2 military buildings we can send stuff to. Now, we could get more religion right now. Obtain a tech, obtain a building. We probably want the building. We definitely want to go to gold or wheat. Food, gold, or rivers. We need food. No, we don't. We need wood. Give me an abbey. And then I'll take the gold. We can't heal with gold, but we are going to need it for some of our upgrades. And I'm confident enough to take the big stuff. Wait, did we get another building? We got 2, in fact. That'll go nicely. So, enemy buildings disable adjacent friendly buildings effects for the rest of the round. Alright, that's very easy. This is like all of our woodland up front. Recruit 8 for each adjacent military building. Oh, we can't hold our enemy stuff. Good to know. There's the crack. I could give up this line and put the crack here for all the forest. But I would like to get the Crusader outpost and the crack in line of the training camp, which makes that more difficult. If I do this, I could put the crack to the right of it. Sorry, the Crusader outpost to the right of it. That way we get units for both. Do I think I could get this to touch this? I think I could, you know. Mercenary camp, garrison 13. Not bad. Didn't get this guy in line with that, but swings and roundabouts. Axes are good against swords. Arrows are good against axes. So we want to turn all of their stuff into axes and then drive that into our arrows. Not bad, and the religion gives us a good resource bump. Commandery is a fun one if we can work on some more faith. Right, we've got lots of money. Faith 3, Faith 1. Faith 1, 4 per faith. 200 gold. 190 gold. 100 soldiers. $200 gold. I would like to get more guys faster because we want to hold more buildings. There's gold, wood, and wheat. What do I need most? We can also upgrade the crack, which is always an interesting time. I think I just need more gold. So we're going to go to the right. So this decision's basically made for us. So this is like 12 units. Maybe 24. This. Faith times 3. 1, 2... 3, 4, 5 times 3 is 15. That That goes to 4 guys over 3. That goes to 35 and 15. That goes to Faith 2. And 2 units per smallest area. I've seen some arguments for selling the crack and just focusing on other things. Which, if we're doing a religion build with a commandery, that might not be the worst idea. Yeah, we'll see how this works out. There's one other thing I can still upgrade. The Abbey for more gold. Sure. And then we'll take out the crack, put in the commandery, and hope that we do enough with what we've got. So we don't have to worry about one big contiguous zone. Each military building aligned with it. We could go tall, or we could go to one side. Let's go to one side. You're over there. I didn't see them have any river-based abilities, so I'm not super worried about that. Eight for each adjacent military building. I want this to touch lots of terrain types. Oh, you dummy. Right, always nice to get to a Tetris. Yeah, we don't have the greatest number of units in the world. Swords, axes, and they have one of everything. I can drive my axes into their swords. But I want to drive arrows into my axes, so if we do our axes into their swords, send what's left to be arrows, pick up more arrows, and then drive that into our swords. And we win. Nothing I want here. I will re-roll. Look for some religion. Would you look at that? Unique religious, faith 2, range 2, end of round, remove units from each group in range times your faith. That'll sure be interesting. Let's get some gold. I didn't think about that bit, I'll be honest. Okay. Boss is going to get stronger. So. I should be... well, I haven't gone on any crusades, but I can spend my faith on that for sure. That does us absolutely no harm. What's the other upgrade option? Sacred Ground goes to Faith 4, which is really good, especially for our commandery. But right now, I'm wondering if I want to take the Kraken, because there's a lot of forests. And we can get that to convert soldiers into crusaders at the end. So I think we do this for now. Well, maybe I don't want to spend it on upgrades. Oh no, yeah, this is, you don't spend faith to make faith, do you? Alright, let's do this on a largely forest area. I didn't think that through. Because I wanted to put the long piece on the side and put the hook piece there, but I didn't think about this piece being in the middle. Excuse the stall for 5 sneezes there. Oh, fine, we will do that. Crack could go here if we're going to give up on these 2 lines. Or we could nestle it in there. Let's do that. Commandery can touch these 2. Church is fine here. Keep that contiguous zone going. I can do 2 line clears here. Then keep it moving with that. We should definitely get the Abbey in play for the cash that it will afford us. Right, so that all boosts our Crusaders, which is what we wanted out of that. Military chaplaincy. If adjacent to a religious building, gain 30 guys. But no faith out of it or anything, which is a shame. Honestly, with 710 gold, I think we can re-roll looking for some more faith. For every 80 people you recruit, gain 1 faith. Yep. It's a good enough start for me. Trade resources or refill defenses. Well, we can't spend money on defense refills, so all the more reason to have our refill. I guess we can spend guys on it, right? It's the other thing we can do with expeditions. Right, so this crack is coming out. Sacred ground is going in. Training camp's going in. Is that how we're going to do the wall today? No crack, because crack is real hard to navigate in the tiny spaces, you know? So we now have just tons and tons of money. Commandery needs stone. Oh, it's because it's already level 2. That's why, yeah. Sacred Ground, Unique Religious, Faith 2, Range 2, End of Round, remove units from each group in range times my faith. And we can improve our expeditions with our faith, but I still don't feel like I need to. We're not doing expeditions yet. I need to unlock these before I think about doing expeditions. And we might get the technology that allows our upgrades to be cheaper, therefore our faith will go a longer way in our purchases if we can make the things cheaper overall. So, recruit 12 for each adjacent military building. You are not a military building, right? You're unique religious. Alright, we'll see what we can do. Strategic pavilion, adjacent military buildings. Wooden fortress, turn adjacent forests into plains. Send 12 to each aligned military building, allied aligned military building with it. There's Sacred Ground, so that can go in here nicely and hit these two quite hard, I think. That'll be nice. Abbey. Come here. I think I'll do this. Well, what does the range of 2 look like? I'm actually going to do this then. Range 2 is 2 out and cuts the corners. So I can do this. You will turn a forest into a plain and gain 4. And that can go there. My Crusader outpost I put on the left next to the training camp. And I don't want this rally point being down next to these strategic pavilions. Whoops. Right, commandery is going here. Is this not going to work because I touched it to a thing? No, it does still work. Okay. I was really worried that because I touched it against a military building, it wasn't going to work, but I guess I'm fine. Okay. We took out a lot of their units, and I'm grateful for it. If we just make all of this into arrows, and then drive those arrows into our swords... 9 I can handle. I can handle 9. It's going to be the horse stable. We don't explore fields in this build. And the horse stable's just too good. Goodbye, rivers. I'm sorry. Right, where are we going? I want to get to the stone depot, desperately. Getting a big stone injection like that is crucial to a lot of upgrades. Tech card, building card. I don't need more building cards, so let's take a tech card. Boost resources or any type. Boost resources. Start round with 1 faith. End of round, gain 1 defense for each faith. That's a lot, given that we have like 11 faith around, I think. But equally, I don't know that we need the defense that much. I'd just rather have more faith. Just a flat more faith. So this build worked last time, but we could definitely take out... I think we don't need the Abbey. We have so much gold right now. The Abbey can come out, the horse stable can go in, and we'll be grand. Am I upgrading any of this? 20 gold per faith is like 250 around or something. 100 wheat spent here. Right, Wood Fortress, Merc Camp, Strategic Pavilion, Outpost. Enemy buildings disable adjacent friendly buildings' effects for the rest of the round. Apparently, Sacred Ground is immune to this. Or it happens at the end of the round rather than during the round, so uncertain, but grateful for it. Oh look, Sacred Ground is back. And that's a great spot for it. End of round recruit for faith. Stick that there. We could get that enemy outpost directly there. It'd have to be church here, that there, so that's going there. The church is going here. I have to play the long piece, unfortunately. Then let's do that. Training camp. Put that there. Training camp here. And the horse stable. Ah, you're in the way of the horse stable. Unideal. There's one more player building. Don't remember what it is. Well, we can put the strategic pavilion there. Horse stable goes right here. Strategic pavilion goes right there. Crusader outpost tucks in here nicely. can get a line if I do that. And we cripple their numbers. You'd love to see it. Again, if we just turn them all into arrows, we can drive those arrows into our swords. Beautiful. I'm going to roll, look for more religious stuff. Whenever you get gold, also gain 5. At the end of the round, if adjacent to at least 2 mountain pieces, gain 3 faith, otherwise lose 5 faith. I mean, I've got no reason to keep forest over stone in the next area. So we could do that. That's like 12 soldiers on the commandery. Or we could get an obnoxious amount of gold. Gotta have faith. I want the stone. That'll be fine. So, obtain a building card. A noble card. Might just skip. Stone depot. Big stone injection. Tech card. Religious buildings have a 10% chance to convert an adjacent enemy group into these. Now, again, this is a problem with working with the adjacency and my problems, but this is a religious building and I am putting it next to loads of stuff, so you know what? I'll take it. Right here. I want the wheat more than the wood, I think. And trade fair, refill defenses. Oh, if we want to go to this hostile region, we need to go to the right. So that decision's made for me. We unlock one of these, grab the Hermit's Cave, don't need the Abbey still. Then we can think about our upgrades. Now that we have loads of stone, for sure. So, commandery to 5 units just makes sense. 250 gold, 250 wood. It's very expensive, but it is what it is. 5 faith or lose 5. 5 is a lot. It is a lot. Just start with 3. 15% chance to convert. Seven faith. 7 faith times 5. That's 35 units alone just for that building. But it's my last 150 wheat. There's got to be like an optimum way to do this, and I've got no idea. Do that. We can get our expeditions going soon, but not yet, because we still need one more unlock here. Alarm tower, Merc camp, siege camp. And the Abbey is out, the Hermit Cave's in, and there are 5 stone tiles. Let's hold that for now. Training camp, send 12 to each aligned military building. stick the alarm tower in the corner. And I might stick the mercenary camp with it. I was just thinking about the unique one that we have if we want to get that to touch multiples, but not right now. We'll worry about that. Right, there's the Hermit Cave for 7 faith. Eliminate 12 from each enemy group in range. There's our commandery. Horse stable coming up is a trickier one. This gives 12. 2 tiles is worth 6. So if I do that, it's worth more to get the 12 from here than it is to have the 2 tiles to the right available. Garrison 34, eliminate 12 from each enemy group in range. That lets us put the church there, which is in line for the stable. Sacred ground is going to go in here somewhere. This works just as well as that does. Good. Nice horse stable. Huge guy over here. Axes and swords. Axes kill swords faster. So we just want to make all of their axes into swords and then go... Actually, hold on. 22 axes can take out these 21 swords. And then these 34 swords can get more swords and more swords and then drive those into our swords that are 1-to-1. Good. Religious buildings give 1 defense for each adjacent mountain piece. Yeah, right. Right, we need a little bit more to get onto going on expeditions. Trade resources, refill defenses, or gain a card. We're going to the hostile region, so we will... We're going to start healing soon of our own accord, but I'm worried we don't have enough military buildings for this big fight that's coming up. Like, our faith is high, but it's not that high. So, I will do this. 400 for these. Recruit 15 for adjacent mountains. Recruit 10 for aligned mountains. Recruit 10 for each mountain piece in range, 50 if surrounded. Right, don't need to upgrade that right now. Don't need to upgrade that right now. $50 stone, 200 gold is one more faith. And I still don't want to make these better because I don't want to spend them yet. So still no reason to do anything else. Not taking in the Abbey. So we're good. I'd love to just buy tons more faith. But right now we are not set up for that. Stone Fortress going down there. Need to get the Hermit's Cave working over here somewhere for us. Hermit's Cave touches that, and then we'll build another one on top of it in a minute. There's Sacred Ground. We want to see that as well. Old Tower, recruit 10 for each mountain piece in range. Alright, this is going to be great. Recruit 15 for each adjacent mountain piece. Alright, that's basically resolved. So just keep the stones off of the left-hand side. Training camp, horse stable. Commandery. Then just the rest of this to navigate. Oh. Foolish. We smoked them. Axes against swords, and then just into swords. That's going to be a lot of guys. A lot of spare crusaders for the cause. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I would like more faith, but I think masonry is just solid. Up to keep. Right. Unlock that. Put the crack back in for now, I guess. Question mark. The towers are really annoying. Right, we have 230 food, but at the same time with this much faith, we can go 1, 2, 3. One faith is worth 5 soldiers to me. Or we can try and buy more and more upgrades. Commandery is already capped. What do you upgrade to? Faith 6, range 3 is absurd. I want more of that. Alright, let's just get as much resources as we can here. That was quite a lot of resource all in. Not that much gold, but okay elsewhere. Do I want to spend money on reducing... I probably want to do this for this fight, I think. For sure. Again, I don't need the gold. $150 for reduced stone costs. All right, that's going to have to do. I don't think I take this in because it's so big and unwieldy, and it's going to get like 12 units, but the odds are it gives back more than that to towers. Else, we're just going to have to make do, I think. There are said towers. I'm going to start with that right there, and that right there. The stable has arrived very early. So we have to reserve the stable for a good long while, I think. It's just all buildings right now, so... Two-player buildings left. One of them is the little monk guy. Right, you get to live there. Oh, sacred ground, you dick. Now is not the time for you. Right, I'm going to put that there. Sacred ground, range 2. I can't get a sacred ground down to this guy, which is a bummer. Recruit 15. Reduce it by faith times 4. Hermit's Cave goes in there. No player buildings left. We're probably still going to be okay by the looks of things. Just about. Yeah. I think we're all right. I think. Only 83 gold. Give me some strength in numbers. And then we're going to leave the forest behind for once. Or we could leave plains behind because we've got more wood than... No, yeah, leave the forest behind because we've got wood. Yeah. Heavy units plays get a religious card. End of round, get food times 10x your faith. Yeah, I could probably go for some of that. Honestly, I'm thinking about doing peaceful regions just to do the non-combat resources like the abbey and the monastery. Boss gets 50 units though. 50 is so many. That's all hostile. That's all hostile. So it's like, do I want to give him 50 units or do I just want to spend some of mine? I guess I'm spending some of mine. Well, we've already got a slot open for something. And what could we take out? We could take out Trading Camp or Crusader Outpost. It's got 10 units. So we'll do that. Religious buildings give 1 for each adjacent mountain piece. We're already at full health, so that doesn't matter. In which case, we should do this. See what else we can upgrade. Not you. We're taking the Abbey in. We are. We could sell something to get Monastery upgraded to 15x faith for food. Crack is the only real viable option. I just don't know if I still want to use it in the very final fight where the map's really, really big. Like, if there's a time to utilize it, it's there. Starting the round with 3 faith is certainly no harm. More gold. Can only do 1 because we've only got that much wheat. Okay. Deal with this and just try and get a bunch of extra resources. What do you need to upgrade? 450 gold. Well, the Abbey's in, so let's see how we go. Training camp, send 15 to each allied military building aligned with it. Garrison 38. send 15, but they're going to lose like more than that, right? I hope they're going to lose more than that. I didn't even think about that. Good job, me. One player building left. That's the Hermit's Cave. Right, Hermit's Cave is in here with a second stone piece on top. There's one enemy building left. But we can totally go church here into horse stable there. We can plonk the raider colony on top of there so it doesn't ruin any of our stuff. This is not very pretty. That row is already a loss. Transform adjacent these and then do... Oh. I want to make that weaker with my stuff. Alright, 125 swords, 10 axes. Our axes go... Well, we want our swords to attack arrows. So these arrows pick up more. So that's 20, 34. That's 34, 54, 64. Yeah, that's plenty. So just do that, please. Good. Look at all that stone. So much resource off of all that. Another Hermit's Cave? Probably not. We have a lot of money to spend. At the end of the round, again, 2 for each health. Don't need it. When placing a religious building adjacent to a military building, it loses 30% of its units. Chapel, if adjacent to any religious building, gain 2. End of round, convert a random enemy group with less than your faith plus 20. I think we go with that one. Then stone or gold is much of a muchness, really. Upgrade that there. And then what do we want to upgrade most? Great question. Faith plus 30 makes that easier. Monastery we probably don't need to reuse a lot. Reclusive monk we don't need. Masonry we don't need. Strength in numbers not so much. We'll do the stable. I'll do this because that makes that loop even more efficient. Honestly, doing Sacred Ground even bigger to range 3 scares me a little because I'll probably screw up something. But 6 faith, you can't argue with it, can you? And we'll do that for even more gold. Then we'll take the gold. We'll do the free one because we can't heal. Transforms terrain or tech of any type. Give me more choices. Then 2 fights. And they're cooked. I mean, I was pretty happy with that last round. All in. Even more upgrade options. Let's go here. 1 upgrade option left. You. Nah. Alright, we're cruising. Recruit 16 for each adjacent military building. Watchtower. Right, he's sorted for. Abbey, it's fine. Rally point can go here, and then everything's still within range 2 of each other. You get a little, but we'll take out those numbers faster than they can retain them, I think. I'm going to do this because we just need the flat ground to build up on until sacred ground appears. Would you look at that? So here at range 3, oh yes, range 3 now, so we would have been fine anyway. And 6 faith. Stronghold. End of round, recruit 10 for each adjacent border and empty space. That's fine. That can go right here. Crusader outpost. Well, let's fill that in. Then there's no buildings here for the church, the horse stable to be concerned with. So we can do that. Ah, we converted and then lost our own units. But if you're attacking every enemy building, I guess it can't be helped really. 150 swords is a good time for sure. I'm not used to having arrows. Lovely. Another monastery, probably not. We don't have very much money. A blacksmith. Abso-freaking-lutely. Get that next to the commandery and we're laughing. $916 crusaders. Alright, what can we upgrade with that? Blacksmith. Yes. End of round, copy the resources and or stuff of 3 random adjacent buildings. Let's reduce the stun cost of stuff. Should have done that first, but hey, no big loss. We're not taking training camp in with us right now. Thieves hideout and alarm towers. It's just really annoying. But hey, if this guy... So we get 30 faith last round. Remove units times faith. So remove 30 units each. We've got... I don't think we need the monastery. 1,300 food. Take the blacksmith in. Alright. Away we go. That's a very early sacred ground. Each enemy military building. This isn't a military building. Let's put it there. And that can go there. There. My church. Lose this, this, and this, then gain 20 for each building in range. You're only going to take out 30 units, so this is actually a bad play. Trying to line up something to match the church for the stable. I guess I can do it this way. I haven't seen any stone for a hermit's cave yet, which is unideal. There's one, so we must be able to find a second one. Alarm tower down there. Then that's for the hermit's cave. Let's do that for the hermit's cave. Right, we want that next to Hermit's Cave to get the extra faith. Abbey. Commandery next to the blacksmith. And then we're laughing all the way to the bank. Oh, I have one more piece to play. I really thought I was done. Yeah, I think that's gone well. 5 becomes 20 plus the bonus. Becomes swords, which bonus, and just take everything out, honestly. That's 563 plus the extra faith. Got 2,000 gold to spend. What would I even be looking for? Obviously another stable is nice. But... oh, another commandery. Yes! Trade resources, refill defenses, or gain a card. I mean, if I want some wood, I guess I could do some expeditions for it. Else, I don't really need the wood. Yeah, no, not really needing wood right now. Select among building and technology cards that suit your current faction. End of round gained units times 4 times your faith. Jeez, that would have been colossal. Devotion. When placing a religious building adjacent to a military building, it loses 20% of its units. Alright. How do I improve you? Now, the question is, does the big guy in the center of this count as a religious building? Right, Crusader Outpost, you're out. Commandery, and I can upgrade this other commandery. $250 wood. Okay, good. 1,700 faith left. I don't think there's anything I want to upgrade. I'm not taking you in. Get sold. You're good. You're good. We might not take Crusader Outpost in, honestly. Although the 35 might be good for paying bribes. Training camp, you're gone. Abbey is end of round, but it's 1 faith. Commandery. Sacred Ground by the Sword. Horse Stable. Recluse Monk we don't need. Forced Conversion. Hermit's Cave. Reliquary. Honestly, most stuff's level 3 by now anyway. Just because I can make it so. That way I don't have to think about if I should be spending my stuff upgrading or searching. So with 1,700 faith left and nothing left to upgrade... we can do a little of that. We can do a lot of that. Right, nothing that can be upgraded. Am I happy with this selection of stuff? Yeah, probably. Double Commandery Blacksmith is going to be big if I can make it work, basically. Bribes might be a problem. Commandery the first. This is a religious building, so let's see if the 225 drops. It did not. When placing a religious building adjacent to a military building, it loses 40% of its units. I guess this isn't a building, unfortunately. Oh, the church paid for a bribe somehow. Fine with this. I've got nowhere nice to play anything else here, though. Right, we have a place for our monk thing to go. Our monk recluse. We have to hold the commandery until we get the blacksmith. But we have to get through 20 pieces to get there, which in this current arrangement is going to be rough. I literally can't play this without triggering this again. I hate that. Right, there's the horse stable against the hermit cave and the abbey. That's a real chore. Alright, the double commandery blacksmith is set up, so I can be cheerful about that at least. Honestly, I have no idea where to put sacred ground. Range 3. It's too much down there. Let's hope that goes okay. Shall we? No buildings left. How are we miles away from a bribe? Then we let the combo play out, and it's looking great. More faith means more soldiers, means more reduction of enemy numbers. Then we start on the second commandery, which means more faith, which means more soldiers. And then everything one commandery does, the other commandery has to do. Okay. That's gone just fine. Swords into swords into swords into swords into swords. Oh, yeah. That is some resources. Are we going to have a new high score here? Yes, 94,220. Absolutely crushed it. All right. Well, that challenge, not challenging enough for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.